All right, guys, here we go. So this is something that's been blowing up the past few days. Fatal cases of flesh-eating bacteria emerge in Connecticut, Florida, and New York. 5 people have been confirmed dead in Florida since January due to a rare flesh-eating bacteria in the waters, while 3 individuals in New York and Connecticut have also died in recent weeks from the same bacteria. That's crazy. Now, we're going to go on here in a second, but just know, normally when you talk about stuff like this, it's in fresh water. So it's in like a pond or a lake, and it's fresh water. But this is weird because it is particularly in salt water, which is crazy because that's like the ocean is salt water. So this thing is just in the ocean, so you can't go to like the beach. So they say deadly flesh-eating bacteria cases spark alarm in New York and Florida regions. In 2023, there have been 25 reported cases and 5 deaths in Florida, according to WFLA.com. The confirmed deaths include 2 in Hillsborough County, 1 in Sarasota County, 1 in Polk County, and 1 in Pasco County. Or Pasco, forgive me, I don't know how to pronounce that. Health authorities in New York and Connecticut have stated that 3 individuals from the New York City vicinity have passed away in the past few weeks. A 4th person has also been hospitalized due to getting infected by a flesh-eating bacteria. Among the fatalities, 1 occurred in Suffolk County, located on Long Island, while 2 others happened in Connecticut. In a 4th instance, also in Connecticut, a person fell ill but was discharged from the hospital after treatment. The bacteria known as Vibrio, or Vibrio, I'm going to go Vibrio, Vibrio vulnificus, can cause infections that are uncommon yet highly perilous. The CDC approximates that 1 out of every 5 infected individuals may not survive. 1 out of 5? Holy cow. Just to put that in perspective, that is way more deadly than COVID. That's significantly more deadly than COVID. Additionally, the CDC notes that numerous survivors of these infections lose limbs to amputations. This bacteria can be contracted through actions like consuming raw oysters or swimming in salt water, health officials in New York and Connecticut stated. We are reminding providers to be on the lookout for cases of vibriosis, which is not often the first diagnosis that comes to mind, Dr. James McDonald, the New York State Health Commissioner, said. Dr. McDonald suggested that individuals with open wounds should steer clear of swimming in warm ocean water. So that's interesting, man. It's in the ocean, but also the fact that the water is so warm is what is leading to this. Look, you hate to say it, but you really don't. Yet again, we have another link all the way back to climate change. Just like the wildfires, which last longer and are more powerful, just like the fact that there's a Category 1 hurricane that just hit Baja, California, and now it's a tropical storm in LA. We're in a place now which we've never been before. The anecdotal experience of the climate is now catching up with everybody's view of the data that, hey, climate change is really bad and it's really affecting us. Now it's like day after day, week after week, we're getting hit with more evidence of it. So they say symptoms and risks of Vibrio vulnificus spread in the U.S. Symptoms like diarrhea, stomach cramps, vomiting, fever, chills, and ear infections might appear. NBC News reported people with liver disease, cancer, a weakened immune system, or those using medications to reduce stomach acid are especially vulnerable to vibriosis infections or related issues, as advised by the governor's office. On Wednesday, New York Governor Kathy Hochul encourage New Yorkers to remain watchful. The CDC reveals that vibriosis leads to around 80,000 illnesses each year, with roughly 52,000 attributed to consuming contaminated food like oysters. The CDC also records about 100 deaths annually in the U.S. due to this. These infections are more common from May to October when water temperatures rise. See, it says 80,000 illnesses each year, only 100 deaths annually, but they just said it was 1 in 5 die. Is it like a new strain of it? Is it stronger? I don't know, but flesh-eating bacteria on the rise. Like I said, it's now happening. It's not in a lake or in a pond, freshwater. It's now salt water, and it's all because the water's hot. Man, how many more like ancient kind of viruses are we going to awaken? There was a story about that not too long ago. We covered it on the show that in like Siberia or something, because of the permafrost, it's now there's like some ancient illness that's back. There is no such thing as stability. Stability is a myth, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse as a direct result of the climate changing. All right, guys, that's the show. I love you all very much, as always. Thank you for listening to me babble. Do me a big favor, click like, click subscribe. Click that bell icon so you get a notification every single time a video drops. Remember, this week we have the Republican debate. I'm going to be on Breaking Points with Crystal Sager and Emily Jashinsky doing a breakdown the day after. And there's going to be a very special episode of Crystal, Kyle, and Friends where Crystal and I do a debate breakdown. I'm really, really looking forward to that. Sign up on Substack, link below. You can support the show on Patreon as well. Thank you to everybody who does do that. Remember, I've never had a conversation with an advertiser. You guys keep this show going. You could also tip with the thanks button on YouTube if you're so inclined. Love all of you to death. I will talk to all of you soon. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.